Welcome back to this coffee roaster build. Stick around, part 11.
From Guatemala to the USA, he drinks his coffee every day. Coffee, coffee do, blah, 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 blah.
Well, it's been quite a while since I've done an update on the coffee roaster. So let's talk about it. First off, the wrench in the room right here. I had to use this as a shim. I'll get to that in a minute. Long story short, I've had quite a bit of trouble with this roaster. I did finally go ahead and drill the hole for the blower so I could actually put the door on it and close it as a proper drum roaster. And I also did drill a vent hole for the chaff and exhaust, which doesn't work nearly as good as I thought it would. And today I rebuilt it, the drive system, and I took away the 3 revolutions per minute synchronous motor, and I went with my cordless Ryobi drill. I used a 3/16 hex head driver and jammed it on the back of the drum and drilled a hole out of the back of the housing and hooked up my drill motor to it, and it works great. Also did a lot of work on the drum itself. I actually didn't have enough screws in it, and it's all cattywampus, and it's still cattywampus, but it's working much better. I've done 2 roasts today. I roasted a pound of coffee today. I did a Nicaraguan, and I just finished doing a Yirgacheffe. And it's doing better. It's doing better. I still have a thrust problem with the drum because it's floating inside the vessel. So I've got to figure out a little thrust collar on probably both sides to keep it where it's at, or keep it from moving back and forth. I'm getting some good times out of it. 200 gram batches, I'm getting between 12.5 minutes today. I did about a 250 gram batch earlier on the Nicaraguan, and it took about 15 to 16 minutes. Didn't get a good crack on it, just got the remnants of first crack. The Yirgacheffe with a 200 gram, I did get a good rolling first crack. So, dang mosquitoes. So let's get into the details of this, why don't we? So you see I'm cooling the Yirgacheffe off here. I don't have a nice cooling station. Oh, and another thing that I haven't say about is my rack. I've had this rack for a while. My wife has been using it and she didn't need it anymore, so I went ahead and used it myself. So I'm thinking about having some sort of motor down here with this spinning around of the cooling arms, if you will, and have a suction here. That would be my ideal. So that's a work in progress. The vessel itself, there's the exhaust port. Had it drilled out, and here's a look at the setup. So here's my drive shaft right there. I can take this off real easily. It's just connected with let me get the chair over here. Connected with just a bit extension right here, and got the hole drilled out for the heat gun. I have the heat gun mounted with a 1/4 galvanized rod here, and it is bolted through 2 of the shelves. And this works really well because I can take it out when I'm done with the roast and twist it, put it on cool, and then I can dump this forward and get all the beans out of the drum. Now, believe it or not, when I put this big deep dish pan
in the vessel or in the tray, it will fit perfectly with this right here being buttoned up over here, but it's still the thrust on the drum still needs to be adjusted. If you'll see, with the deep dish pan put in and the drive shaft connected, there is no room to spare. Perfect fit. Just got to work on the thrust back and forth here.
So, how does this thing work overall right now? Quite frankly, it's a pain in the ass. Yes, it is. Excuse my French. I've never driven a Studebaker, but I'm kind of figuring this is like driving one of them old cars with no power steering, no power brakes, 3 on the tree. The chaff. I didn't talk about it's hot out here. I didn't talk about the chaff. The chaff doesn't come out of the exhaust port. No, it doesn't. It wants to lay in the bottom and not come out, even though I have the exhaust port within the diameter of the drum. But you know, this. Thank God I only have about 150 bucks in this thing, roughly. Because this, truth be told, if I wasn't able to get some progress going this weekend, I was about to break off quite a large check and get me a professionally made roaster. And they start at, I think, about $600 for the decent ones. But I'm happy with the progress. And if you wonder why I'm looking like this, is because I got the phone leaned up and my all thread is right in the way here. But yeah, it was getting a bit discouraging. Ran out of coffee, and I said, well, either gets to getting right today or gets to be gone. And I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes, so I'm going to shut this video off. Thanks for tuning in again to this part 11 of this coffee roaster build. I think my next step is fixing the thrust and getting some insulation on this and getting things set on my tray permanent and getting a permanent motor put in with a little control panel. Next step. Stay tuned. Take care, everybody. We'll see y'all later. Bye.